Hello guys, and welcome back to the Queendom Mentality YouTube channel, where week by week I give you the tools, tips, tricks and spiritual techniques that empowers you to take the wheel of your own life to steer it in any direction you want. Gratitude, manifestation, forgiveness, healing, growth and expansion, mindset mastery, and so much more. Before we get into today's video, if you could please subscribe to this channel and also leave a comment letting me know what you want me to talk about in my next video. I would be so grateful. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, and that's because I'm going to be telling you about my story and what led me to become a mindset mastery mentor. I feel like the beginning of this channel is a really good opportunity for you to get to know me, because my life has been far from perfect, especially in my childhood, and that's the reason why I feel like I have grown so much and come to know so much about this mindset mastery and empowerment, because I had to essentially learn it all myself. So my story starts in my childhood, where, as I've mentioned, my childhood was far from perfect. In fact, it was, as I like to say, very tumultuous. My parents had a really rocky marriage. They were fighting all the time. In fact, fighting in my childhood was the norm. There was fighting day in and day out, icing each other out and ignoring, and that took a really big effect on me, because my parents obviously were my models. My dad would always be leaving and coming back, and so that is the way that I started my life, was with this foundation of disruption and unease and constantly worried about stepping a foot out of place. To go with this, my mum and I never really connected in the way that a mother-daughter relationship usually is. I didn't and still don't have the best relationship with her, because we never truly got to know each other, and there was never any real love in the relationship. Effectively, she, in a sense, abandoned me emotionally and instead chose to focus her attention on my brothers and lavish them with love and care and attention and affection, and I was kind of left out from that. So I was, to a degree, a daddy's girl. I did get along with him a lot better, but he still had his own issues, and so we would still fight a lot, and I would fight with my mum a lot, and me and my brothers would fight. So basically the picture of my childhood, from what I can remember, is just a lot of arguing and fighting. I changed schools in year 4, and the school that I went into, my second primary school, I experienced a lot of severe bullying, and that's because I was the awkward, shy and overweight girl, and I distinctly remember really trying hard to be friends with this one group of girls, and they would stand off to the side and talk about me while I was literally standing there waiting for them to finish talking about me. But obviously my self-esteem was at an all-time low, because what was going on at home with my parents and with me and my mum, and so I didn't really have the wherewithal or the self-esteem or the knowledge of how to stand up for myself, or, you know, to walk away from that situation. So essentially I copped it, as what we Australians say. I just copped it and I just let it happen to me, and this went on for the rest of my primary school career until I went into high school. The other significant event, which has nothing to do with the other ones I just talked about, it happened in my childhood, is my parents took me and my brothers when I was about 10 to SeaWorld. And obviously now with hindsight, I do not support SeaWorld. At the time, though, being 10 years old, and it was the early 2000s, I didn't know better, and either did my family. But I distinctly remember being chosen for the dolphin show at the time, and I got to pat the dolphin, and I got to hug it, and I got to feed it, and I got to play with it a little bit in front of basically a whole crowd of onlookers. I was the one chosen to do that, and that really just created this intense love inside of me for all things marine biology. And so from that moment onwards, I wanted to become a marine biologist. That was my dream at the time, because of this amazing encounter that I had had with this dolphin.